So because they are violating charters which required which require I'm given an education to be able to enjoy my fruits. What they've chosen to do is to violate Indian treaties, not write down and give me the exact definitions of words being used, have forced me to go where I don't want to go, and have been acting deaf, acting dumb, and acting blind, and forcing me to aid and abet murder, aid and abet pedophilia, aid and abet poisoning. And are lying about forcing me as my consent. And it's because of what is called the SETI case or the Sesquiv counts. So, that's part of the reason why I want to bring up the fact that I have no intention of murdering myself. That basically, that's the reason why they have hoodwinked me and conned me and have been bullying me and have been retaliating against me and have forced me to give my personal identifiers into computers, kiosks, etc. that I don't own, and have forced me to give my personal identifiers into songs I didn't write, spreadsheets I didn't write, etc. that I did not write. And it's because I've been lied to for as far back as I can remember from the beginning. And what they do is that there's something called admiralty jurisdiction, and that's when they drag me out to sea and they think it's funny. Like friendships, relationships, sponsorships, penmanship, etc. And then so what they like to do is to provoke me. And they want me to forgive them instead of holding them accountable. Basically, their courts are failed. I don't want anything to do with them. It really stinks that when I talk about I don't want anything to do with them, I don't want anything to do with any lawyer. I don't want anything to do with any paralegal. I don't want anything to do with anyone calling himself a judge. I don't want anything to do with any of other ones like Ron Paul and the cons that campaign for liberty, who think it's funny to bully me. And basically, what they did was they ended up bullying me. And the ones involved obviously were meeting behind the trying to decide what to end up doing. So basically, one of them, I said he was being unrealistic and said I didn't want to have my voice recorded and sitting there and acting stupid. Same one sitting there and forcing me to give my personal identifiers to go into government buildings, and the same ones forcing me to. Basically, my personal identifiers are my handwriting. So, I mean, I don't have to be a rocket scientist to go, well, shit, somebody can just sit there and basically trace my handwriting and write up whatever the fuck they've been doing. So then what it is they come back and they tell me stuff after the fact. It's just like, no, that shit don't hack it with me. That dog don't hunt with me. Get the fuck away from me. And what it is the absolute hypocrisy of them sitting there and doing shit. And I mean, it's just like, I don't go up to them just trying to instigate shit, and that's all they do, because they know the courts are rigged. And they know the courts are rigged. That basically anybody that hasn't been specially trained to know about which side is the land, which side is the water, which side is this, da 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 da. And they just sit there and act stupid about what the fuck they've been doing. And they make sure they don't give me full disclosure. And they violate my right to be able to make informed decisions. And they intentionally keep books, classes, and samples away from me. And they only have certain books inside of government buildings, call themselves law libraries or law schools. And so after listening to me speak, talk, whatever, I need to know how to fill out the form. That's when I was bullied. Oh, well, damn. Why the fuck does the law school have the same last name as somebody who tried to run me over? Oh, is that the reason why typically the shit happens to me after I've been isolated or if I'm by myself walking down the street? I mean, it's statistically significant that somebody with the last name that's on the outside of a law school is who tried to run me down. It's statistically significant that somebody whose wife is involved in insurance cut the bottom off of a check that said payment in full. It's statistically significant that I think that what they've been doing is cherry picking Bible verses like confess sins one upon another. That basically, like Dale, what's his name? Oh, he's retired. Well, that's real fucking nice. He didn't sit there and give back all that was stolen and extorted out of account, so fuck no. Don't sit there and raise that motherfucker up as my savior. Same thing with Karen Hudays. She never returned all that was stolen and extorted. And what's even sicker than that is the damn son of a bitches called preachers sitting there and telling people had to have a marriage license. Lied to them. Look up the word polygamy.